Yeah, we are live. Welcome to another episode of Brothers with Opinions. I am the one and only cutest little stud muffin, Big Q. To my right this time, we done switched up. My homie BZ. How's it going, my brother?
Man. It's a hell of a time to be a wrestling fan right now. That's all I can say. My
Ain't
God,
that the truth?
there's a whole lot going on right now. As we get towards the end of 2025, um, it seems like every promotion that we follow is in the midst of some wild shit right now.
Right.
And it's been a few weeks since we've been here, so we got a lot to catch up on, a lot to touch on. We got to talk about what happened at Full Gear this past weekend. We got to talk about everything that's went down with TNA. We got Survivor Series coming up.
There's so many new
Um,
champions.
so many new champions. Some head scratchers in there as well, but nonetheless, some new champions. We got our regular segments to run through, like 3 minutes of playtime. Top five dead or alive. But while we mention our segments, we have a brand new segment, the brainchild of my boy over here, Big Q. It's called Run the Gauntlet. So Q, why don't you tell the people exactly how this thing goes?
Well, we here at BWO, we don't just talk about wrestling and have the knowledge of it. We like to show it off a little bit, and we do this amongst ourselves. So we want to share this with you guys. It's very simple. Depending on the week, I'll start off alternating, and we will come up with a category or a subject, and the other person is going to have to name everyone or everything in said subject. It's very simple. Three strikes, you're out. Um, I say let's go ahead and kick it started.
All right.
So
So the subject for this week.
it's very. I mean, it's a very short list on this one, bro. I'm gonna need you to name for me every single active WWE roster member who has won the Intercontinental and United States Championship. I will say there's only 7 people on this list.
I'm gonna say the short list. I think makes it more difficult because there's seven. I can think of maybe three off the top of my head. The first one that comes to mind, obviously, um, Kevin Owens was the first person that came to my mind when I thought about that shit.
That is one of them.
The next person that came to mind, he honestly, I think he just won the IC title for the first time not long ago. The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Uh, he is one. He won it during. I know he won it during COVID. It's been a while since he's had it, but yeah,
You know,
he's definitely one.
uh, the third one. The third one is my guy Seth Rollins. Um,
Yep.
and then the fourth one. It's a little tricky. Did Roman Reigns ever hold the Intercontinental title?
Roman Reigns did hold the Intercontinental title. He only had it once, but yeah,
Okay.
Roman
So he
Reigns is
also
definitely one. Yeah,
yeah,
he's got both.
he also held it. Okay, so this is where it gets a little sticky. Last three. Ah,
Actually,
mm.
I ain't even. I missed this. I missed Roman Reigns, so you added another one. So there's still 4 more left.
I just made the game harder.
Oh yes, you did. You turned up the difficulty just a smidge on yourself. But you got this.
All
You
right,
got this. I believe in you, bro. You got no strikes, so it's like you can throw some names out there, see what sticks.
that's true.
You got to
Uh,
go on your bag a little bit on this one.
uh, I got one on the. Finn Balor didn't do that shit, did he?
Finn Balor did do that shit.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if he held the U.S. title or not.
He did. He held the current version of the U.S.
Mm.
title.
All right. So I'm at 5. Ah, let me see. The problem is the roster is so fucking big now. Like,
Right.
I'll say here
But it's
like,
only people who are active in WWE right now. So that
true.
should help narrow it down. We talked about a couple of the guys before we kick things off, but we weren't talking about them in this context.
Mm. Um, shit. I was just saying name at this point.
Yeah.
Um, uh, no, I can't say him because he never won the Intercontinental title. Rusev.
Rusev is your first strike. He's only won the United States title. He hasn't gotten the Intercontinental title yet.
Not yet.
He tried. Probably should have won it a couple of months ago, but that's another story for another time.
Facts. Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio is one, actually. Rey Mysterio is a former U.S. champion. He's a former United States champion. So, yeah, Rey Mysterio is one. He's just throwing out there. See? Just throw something out there. You never
Yeah,
know what's going to stick. You should have knew he was going to be in there.
true. Obvious one. I don't know how I missed this one. John Cena.
I was waiting for you to say it.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to get
Bro,
all the hard ones.
like, he's the Intercontinental champion right now.
Yeah, I think it's because it's still new to me. Like
Right. It does feel weird that John Cena is the Intercontinental champion with like 3 dates left.
yeah. Oh shit, it's getting real hard now.
I will say you are missing like a very obvious one too. Two very obvious ones.
Oh yeah, hold on. Okay, The Miz.
Yes. He
Um,
wasn't one of the two that I was talking about, but yes, him too.
yeah. Well, he don't want everything, so
Right.
twice. I'm right there.
Right.
Um, damn. I don't know. The Miz was it for me. My well is dry. Um, active. Nigga, Damian Priest.
That is strike two. He's only gotten half of that. He was the United States champion at one point, but never the Intercontinental champion. So you got one more strike, my boy.
I just thought of one and I lost it that quick. Damn. Ah. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura has won both. Yes, he has. There's only one more left. So
I had to dig deep for that Shinsuke.
you really shouldn't have to dig for this last one because it's an obvious answer. If you miss it, and when I tell you, you're gonna hate yourself for it. It's one of those.
um, Randy Orton.
There it is.
Okay. I can't remember if he ever won the U.S. title. He held the world title so many fucking times. Like
He
I remember.
he held the United States champion. It was back at like 2018. I remember him losing. He won it off of Bobby Roode. He lost it in a 4-way at WrestleMania to Jinder Mahal.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah,
see, I don't know. I feel like that run was kind of forgettable because I remember him with the IC title. That was like what kicked off his whole career as far as like
right.
a singles competitor. But like, I don't know. The US run wasn't that memorable for me.
Right.
That was fun.
His one reign as the Intercontinental Champion, I want to say, is like the third or fourth longest in history.
Yeah, yeah, that bitch for a minute. That was an epic ass run.
But
That
there
was a
you
good
have it,
time.
boys. That it was.
But you
You
know,
had to
I'm gonna
make
have to
you a little
come up.
think a little bit.
I'm gonna come up with a motherfucking doozy for your ass for episode 10. Believe that.
Hey, I am a well of knowledge over here.
I'm already
I
knowing. I am already knowing. So, we got to talk about Full Gear, bro. We got to
yes,
talk about that shit.
sir.
Let me tell you something. Everybody knows, if you know me, I am an E guy. I'm a WWE guy all the way. If
Right.
you asking me to choose one, I'm picking them. But AEW on the pay per view front, they've been smoking WWE for the last little bit. Like I ain't gonna lie.
I
Like
mean,
ever
since like what all what was it all in?
yeah, it's like right when WWE hit this like after SummerSlam, like they hit that
That
transition of
ESPN deal.
yes, like switching over to ESPN and all that shit. Like ever since then,
Hmm.
shit ain't hitting the same.
I think they might have AEW might have dropped it a little bit with Wrestle Dream, but they picked it right back up with Full
Oh
Gear.
yeah, oh yeah. But I mean the thing with AEW, like they have they shit set up in a way where they have like a Wrestle Dream, but that's coming off the heels of something and it's building up to Full Gear. Like Full Gear,
Right.
Revolution, you know what I'm saying, All In, like those are
Double or
like
nothing.
those are the big dogs right there. So Wrestle Dream,
Hmm.
I'll give them a pass on that.
Right.
Full Gear, oh my god, they showed up.
Yeah, they did.
So let's
And
talk
then
about
let's get
the
into it.
man. Um there was a lot. So now Tony Storm and Mina, they actually won their match in the women's tag tournament, and
Right.
they actually get to pick the stipulation for their semifinal match.
Now, who are they facing in that match? I would imagine it's either Sisters of Sin or Megan Bain and Marina Shafir because they're not going to put the two faces against each other.
You are very wise because you know how this goes.
Yeah.
So the way that this shit is set up right now, um, they are actually going to be what is going on with this? What is my phone doing? Jesus Christ! I can't win with technology tonight, bro. I don't know what's going on.
The universe is out to get you.
That it is.
I'm very intrigued about how this world tag team tournament is going to play out, especially
Yeah,
not knowing what stipulation Mina and Tony are going to choose. I get the feeling it's probably going to end up being something bloody, and depending on who their opponents are going to be, I am all for that.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be something wild going on there. Why the fuck can't I see the semifinals? They're showing me everything but the semifinals. Cause I know they won that match, but like I haven't seen the actual bracket. Like
Right. I missed that as well. But with that match happening, there was plenty of title matches as well as a new champion crowned in the inaugural sense anyway, with the AEW National Championship when they did the Casino Gala for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Crazy how the 1 and 2 were Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. How does that work? I don't know, but they got taken out a little bit before the match, and then Ricochet came in at 3 with a game plan that was quite genius. To be honest with you, he he pulled it off, and now Ricochet is your inaugural AEW National Champion, which leads to the question: what does that mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? Because okay, the AEW National Championship, beautiful championship belt, by the way.
Yes. Very
Very nostalgic. If you are like
nostalgic.
a fan of that old NWA style title belt,
Mm-hmm.
you'll fall in love with this one. But my thing is, as cool as this belt looks, what's the difference between the AEW National Championship and the AEW Continental Championship?
Who
Are they
knows?
gonna put on a They're gonna put on a tournament for this too? Because that tournament's actually coming up, the Continental Classic. They've already started declaring names for the Battle Royal. Like a third of the Don Callis family is already in it, including the
Mm-hmm.
champion.
Yeah.
But I don't understand the difference. Like there's already this is what the the third mid card title
Yeah. I don't think
that
it.
they have right now. That just the AEW ones. They have the Continental, the National, and the TNT.
I don't think it's gonna make a difference for real. I think unless they decide to do something where they finally like split their roster like between Collision and Dynamite, like it's not. I don't know. I feel like they're just gonna end up unifying some of them shits again. Cause like,
I mean, just speaking of unifications, they just unified the international belt and the Continental Championship into one belt and swing and a miss on not calling that the AEW Intercontinental title. But
yeah, and just
why
bringing them back
kill
again.
right? Now, why kill the international championship just to bring back or start the national championship? I mean, the match was cool. It was great. It's just this it just makes my head hurt trying to figure this shit out, dog.
Yeah, like they gave us a lot of moments in the match too. It's just I don't understand the logic of the whole championship itself, but they gave us some moments in the match. I guess so that's
Right.
cool.
Well,
my
shout
favorite
out to
part,
Ricochet.
my favorite part was still Orange Cassidy slapping him across his bald ass head. Though that shit was funny as fuck. Like he licked the hand before he did it and everything. Just ah.
Oh, fire that shit right up. He took
So
that shit like a champ.
the semifinals for the women's tag tournament. So it's Tony and Mina against Bane and Shafir,
Hmm.
and then the Sisters of Sin and the Babes of Wrath are facing each other.
Okay.
So the winners of that will be the championship match.
That's how I figured that. And then I'll probably come to a culmination at World's End, I'm assuming.
Most likely.
Uh,
So that's gonna be fun. As we mentioned, Ricochet is the new national champion. Kyle O'Reilly made John Moxley tap out.
that's 2 times in a row.
Yeah, I should have said it again. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a
I
wild
mean,
match.
Kyle O'Reilly is one of those guys where it's like, if you know, you know.
Yeah,
Like this what we're seeing from Kyle O'Reilly isn't new to anybody that's been watching Ring of Honor in like 2007 to from like 2007 to like 2000, like I don't know, like 12, 13. Like,
Facts.
this man is incredible. He is technically gifted. Can wrestle with the best of them as he has shown. I mean, I always loved Kyle O'Reilly. And a lot of people just know him from his NXT stuff with UE, with all that was great. But Kyle O'Reilly, he's really that dog.
Yeah, for sure. If you know, like you said, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. The TNT Championship match was fucking insane. Shout out to Kyle Fletcher.
I was just about to say shout out to Kyle Fletcher because even though he's got like the pretty boy look, he is not afraid to throw hands and get dirty, get bloody, and
Man,
risk it for all the biscuits. Like he is out there. That kid is going to be. He's got world champion written all over him.
this match had everything. It kind of felt like you remember that old, it was like Backlash like 2005, and it was like Randy Orton and Mick Foley. They had like a street fight for the
Yeah,
Intercontinental title. This is what that felt like to me. Like it was one of those types, and they had everything, bro. There was barbed wire tables, there was a screwdriver, like there was a ladder, like it was everything in this match.
I love Mark Briscoe's finishing move. That froggy bow.
Yes,
It's so cool. But I like Mark Briscoe anyway. He sells chickens in this area where I live up here in Maine.
that's crazy. That's wild. Yeah,
If
shout
I
out to
had the
Mark
space,
Briscoe.
the new TNT champion, Mark Briscoe, well deserved.
Shout out to Mark, man. I fuck with him. I still remember one of my favorite wrestling moments, like live so far, was last year watching him win the Ring of Honor championship
Right.
live. That was fun.
Lucky, lucky bastard. Yeah, the TNT champion, Mark Briscoe, the Toothless Network champion, Mark Briscoe.
So let's talk about what happened with this with the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander and that whole situation.
Yeah.
Um like the Young Bucks are in one of those situations in wrestling where they can pretty much just do whatever the fuck they want to. Like if they decide they're gonna be heels, they're gonna get booed out the building. If they decide they're gonna be faces, we're gonna cheer. Um, so their face turn and reunion with Kenny Omega, without saying, was very welcomed.
Yes. I mean, because of who they are, because they're not like these massively jacked like two dudes, and like you can kind of get away with making fun of them a little bit. So like that's what made their heel work because they weren't like heels in like the traditional heel sense of like they were they were just getting bullied pretty much by the fans and the production team.
Yeah.
It was just fucking with. Say fuck these guys. You're not in charge anymore. We're gonna fuck with you.
Shout out to the elite.
Yes, back in effect. They be going after those trios championships.
That's gonna be fun. Big problems for the Callis family right now. It's just
It is not. It was not a good night for the Don Callis family. Lost
yeah,
the TNT
it's just went from
championship.
bad to worse as the show went on.
couldn't win the the CMLL trio championships. They could do shit right on Full Gear.
At all. And speaking of shit not going right, I guess in her world, Mercedes Monet did not capture belt number 14.
Mm-mm.
Stat retained the women's world championship, and
What was a
that
phenomenal match.
it really was, man. The moment that stuck out to me was fucking 14 suplexes in a row. Like that shit was that shit was fucking insane. Like, how do you talk to
Or-
somebody before the match and be like, "Look, I'm gonna do 14 suplexes back to back to back to back to back to back to back."
Oh, you don't want to do it? Yeah, that's not gonna work for me, brother. I mean, she got
One of
that
them
kind of
was
stroke now.
for
I
real,
know it's I know it's a pain in the ass trying to get through airport security.
for real. Niggas can barely get through with a chain on. You got 13 belts.
Right,
Think about the person standing behind her. Like, you finna miss your flight.
right. Because she unified two sets of championship. Well, one set of championships. She reunified the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. But like I told you before we started that the Rev Pro Women's Championship that she has is two belts,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Still,
wild.
still an insane collection. I feel like she gonna have to lose all of them shits before they finally put the AEW women's title on her. Like,
Or she
which
can
I
just
think
put, like bet it all because that's the one she can't get.
that's true. I just feel like from a ownership perspective, from Tony's perspective, I wouldn't want somebody carrying my main title like in the division with fucking 13 other belts. Like my shit ain't finna get lost
And
in that
get
shuffle.
lost in the
Yeah,
shuffle.
exactly. Like you're not finna have 6 other titles covering my shit up. Like how much money I spent on this belt? Fuck that.
Right. I mean, she and now there's also Jesus fuck. I just thought about it. Like the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. That shit. Athena's one of the greatest champions in modern women's wrestling right now. Like they over there on that side in AEW have an insane women's division
They really
with
do.
that four-headed monster. You got Tony, Stat, uh, Monet, and Athena. That is going to carry that division for the next 10, 15 years. Easy.
Yeah, they done came a long way. They done came a long way with that women's division.
Hmm.
I will say that. Um, Another thing, Full Gear. We have a new AEW World Champion and motherfucking Samoa Joe.
Two-time champion Samoa Joe pulling out all the stops, calling in all the ops. Hook
This
that dirty
literally,
bastard.
this was like, and this is becoming the new normal for the main event at an AEW pay per view. And there's a wrestling group I'm in with some buddies from actually they're from up around like New York and shit. They got a podcast too. Shout out to them. It's called the Jobbers Tears, and they have a group on Facebook. And somebody had put up a post in there like while Full Gear was on, and they were like, "What's the over under on run-ins in this match?" And people were saying like 5, and I'll be down. Because we had a lot of run-ins in this shit. Like there were a lot of moments.
I'll save
Um,
you.
yeah, for real. You had Shibata tried to run in, and I think Eddie Kingston showed up to stop him. You had Powerhouse Hobbs fucking ripping the lock off the cage.
Right.
Uh, what happened after
Hook
that?
showed up. Hook
Yeah, of
showed
course,
up.
Hook showed up and hit him with the title or whatever. He revealed the op shirt. I mean, which we kind of all suspected that he was. I mean, that wasn't
Right, because
really.
they never really kicked him out.
Yeah, they never kicked
He
him
got
out.
hurt.
Yeah, yeah, they just kind of didn't mention it, but and also Swerve is back now, so
Yeah, with new
there's that.
music.
Yeah,
I got to give it some time. It's I got to give it some time. I got to get used to it, and that's okay. I mean, I still get Prince now not doing this thing, and that's all that matters.
yeah. It's just don't hit the same with the without the old thing. But
Right.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Double champ Samoa Joe, because he's also
Yeah,
1/3 of the trios champs. What is it? Is he just gonna give his third of the trios champs the hook, or
maybe.
and when the fuck did they start a dojo?
That was a very good question.
When the fuck did that start? Like, I didn't. They teach it, or are they the Death Riders now? Like, they teaching people, just bringing people in, taking taking young wrestlers under our wing. That's what we doing. We'll teach you how to be a hater over here. Come on.
Pretty much, like that's exactly what's going on. Shout out to AEW though, man. That was a hell of a show. Um,
Yeah, bro. Oh, I forgot. We have new AEW World Tag Team Champions, FTR.
oh
Got the
yeah.
belt. Got the
Oh
belt back
shit.
from Brodito.
That is true.
Which
Come
you know
on,
what
man.
that means? If FTR's got the belt, the bitch is gonna stay on Collision.
Hmm. That is their fucking show for whatever reason. But yeah,
And Darby Allen got the shit beat out of him, but that's always.
yeah, he stayed getting his ass beat.
I can't even begin to under like the amount of time he has to sit in an ice bath.
You ain't lying. That
He
man going through it.
bro, like if Foley was healthy as fuck, that's exactly his attitude. He got a body like Mark. He got a body like Marco Stunt, but a mentality like Mick Foley. And you know what? I can respect that.
Yeah, that man is wild. AEW is going to be live here in Orlando in like 2 months. I'm trying to go to that shit. I am trying to go. Shout out to them. Real quick, we got 3 minutes of playtime coming up, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna want to miss who we roasting tonight. But we're gonna talk about TNA real quick. Just
Yes,
to touch on what they got going on. So, we had the moment, of course, where Santana won the TNA World Championship, and that was very short lived. That
he
was
got
very
through
short
like
lived.
one title defense, and he made it like through. We got to the next paper. He got through the defense, but was immediately cashed in on by Frankie Kazarian due to the fact that for some reason Brooks Jensen, of all people, decided that he wanted to interfere in the TNA World Title match. That's why
I didn't get that either.
Brooks
I know that
Jensen,
he has been somewhat of a spearhead with the whole invasion shit, but like for
him
it
and
to
Charlie
be,
Dempsey.
yeah, but for it to be that match, okay,
Right.
whatever.
And the match wasn't even involving an NXT dude. Like I could see if it
Yeah,
was like if Trick was back in that title picture, but he don't even want that title no more.
right. Like,
He just got taken out by greased up deaf guy and got bro, you should have saw what he said. He hit Trick with a chair. He said, "No, it's over." I
greased up
could,
deaf guy.
I look. I am not a hater of Miles Bourne. I just like that was something that wasn't supposed to be funny, but it made me laugh because I have a very dark sense of humor, boys and girls. And I'm letting you guys know that now. There are things that aren't really funny that crack me the hell up. And that was one of them. And
Yeah,
I love Miles Bourne. Miles Bourne has it going on. He's rising in NXT. He's cracking Stephanie Vicaire.
thanks.
like he really got it going on right now. Like he whether he's not it's not like he's gonna hear this shit anyway. He's got other things going on. So shout out to Miles Bourne. Shout out to Trick Williams for getting hit in the back with that chair. And shout out to Frankie Kazarian because after like damn near 20 years, he is finally the
Finally,
TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I mean,
finally.
my God, like you want to talk about TNA OGs?
Yeah.
Frankie Kazarian was there when they were like in 2004, 2005 with Don West and Mike Tenay on the couch. I missed that, man. Rest in peace, Don West.
Yeah.
He made you believe. If him and Jim Ross would have ever been able to do a commentary on a match,
Oh my god.
we'd we'd all have a heart attack
You ain't lying.
because they gonna leave you on
Drama,
the edge of your seat.
the fucking drama, bro.
But I love
Shout
it.
out, shout out to Zia Lee.
Yes,
Also, finally.
she is the TNA Knockouts World Champion. Good for her. A lot of people would have thought like after she left left WWE that she was kind of like just fade off into the regular. No, she's been working her butt off, and we talked about this in previous episodes how TNA has almost essentially become a backdoor into getting into WWE, and
Exactly.
so with people who she already got her face card good there, they loved her in NXT. Maybe not so much on the main roster, she didn't get that kind of love, but in NXT she was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And now with her being the TNA World female Knockouts World Champion, it's a good spot for her. She's really earned that position. Took it off of Kalani Jordan, brought it back to TNA. So speaking of winning titles back, we're gonna we'll go back into that later. But the X Division Championship, Leon Slater was just in a match teaming with Javon Evans in a losing effort to try to win the NXT Tag Team Championships from Dark State.
Mm-hmm. Those two, man, they are like freak athletes, bro. Like we was watching. Me and my girl was actually watching Gunther and Javon Evans match, and I was telling her about him and Leon Slater on the team. And the best way I could describe it, it was like the Street Profits if they was both Montez Ford. like, like, that was the
I
best
mean,
way I could
yeah,
describe it for her to get it. Like that's the type of shit they on. Like,
pretty much. I mean, and then shout out to Javon Evans.
mm-hmm. we're gonna
He
talk
has been
about
a
him.
he
We're
has
gonna
been
talk
a
about
very
him
busy
some more
man.
in a little bit for sure. We
Yeah,
got the young OG his props because yeah,
yeah.
you
We got to
already
give him
know.
his flowers.
Right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna steamroll into our next segment of the show here. It's an episodic staple. You all love it, and we definitely love it. The people that are the subject of it, probably not so
Yeah.
much. This week, 3 minutes of playtime. We have one of the most polarizing wrestling personalities of all time,
Yes, we do.
and Corny himself, Jim
shout out to
Cornette.
shout out to Jim Cornette, his podcast too. He's got one. I listen to him. I like those old road stories that like the old wrestlers tell and stuff like that. I know he's got a shit
Yeah,
ton of them. He's got a shit ton of them.
yeah.
He's
I
really
like
worked with like everybody across like 6 decades, bro.
my favorite work that he did was when he created the Baconator, Dave from Wendy's
Ah,
Baconator.
bro,
But
gonna
yeah,
sell you a Lexus RX 300. Look at that face.
for 5,500 down.
He playing pinochle with them glasses.
They got them Dahmer frames on, don't they?
Yeah,
I did.
he had like a televangelist.
Boy, like Colonel Sanders out there with a comb over. Crazy.
Don't know, come over.
Goddamn.
And if you call right now, I'll throw in another one for free. Looking at,
And it was like a terrible infomercial.
bro. Like he telling on somebody right fucking now, because this, because I would imagine with this backdrop, this is from an episode of Dark Side of the Ring. So I
Yeah,
know he telling on shit.
I can't remember if it's Dark Side of the Ring or if it was from the Mr. McMahon shit. But there's one of them. Either way, he's snitching on somebody.
Yeah, he telling on somebody. I wonder if he brought that tennis racket with him. How many times you think he said the N word today?
45.
40.
That nigga forehead wrinkles crazy though. That nigga got grill marks on his forehead.
He got a snout on his ass too. He got a big ass nose. That's why his glasses. His
That's
glasses
the
look
only way.
goddamn.
That's the only way he can hold them heavy motherfuckers up.
He look like Bob Barker, little brother.
Not Bob Barker. Oh man. Shout out to Cornette though, man.
We love Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette is not a racist, okay? Please don't spread that rumor.
Yeah, we was just bullshit.
Right. Jim Cornette is not a racist, and you know how I personally know this? Because he let New Jack do whatever the fuck he wanted to do when he was in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So yeah.
Facts.
Shout out to Jim Cornette. Listen to his podcast from time to time.
Yeah, do that.
Listen to ours first, but then go listen to him too.
Facts. Go get educated. All right, so we got to talk about this fucking Last Time Is Now tournament that's going on, man.
Yeah.
John Cena last match. We know the date. We know the location. Still don't agree with it, but it is what it is. So now we having this tournament to see who his final opponent's gonna be, and we done already got some surprises in this shit. We got Dolph Ziggler making his return.
Yeah. I loved it.
Nick Nemeth.
I was not expecting that one.
Yeah. We got Zack Ryder back for one night. That was pretty dope.
That it was. On the same night, his wife won the Women's United States Championship, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what's interesting about that, too? The first time she won it, it was also in the state of New York, in Long Island, which is his hometown. So it's like every time she come to New York, she's just going to win a championship, apparently.
And she's a double champ. Her, along with Ethan Page, are the AAA Mixed Tag Team Champions, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, that shit's funny because they really do run all of North America now. Like, you got the U.S. title, the North American title, and the Mexican tag titles. Like, you got everything.
They're greatest North Americans to ever live, and I love that.
So, the tournament, we talked about Javon Evans earlier, bro.
Yes.
That match with Gunther on Raw. Holy shit.
I was worried about our boy at first because, you know, Gunther is he's in that upper echelon. He's one of those guys that's like, all right, we gonna see. He one of them big sharks in the water, in the deep water. And Javon swam with him as long as he could. If you don't know now, Javon Evans is for real. That boy is more than just bouncy. He is here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. If a lot of people didn't know, and you had a few matches on SmackDown, you know what I'm saying? He answered Sami Zayn's challenge at one point.
Right.
He's been on SmackDown a couple times, but this was an opportunity to put him in front of a big audience. It's on Netflix. You know what I mean? So It's like
against a former world champion at that.
Exactly. A lot of people just jump back into wrestling from forever ago because they have Netflix. You know what I mean? Right. And so a lot of people just saw Javon Evans for the first time on Monday, and he got a bunch of new fans. Let's just say that much. Shout out to him.
I knew it was over for him when they let Gunther bring his old music back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that tripped me out too, and it showed me. It showed me how dense a lot of the IWC can be sometimes too, because you had a conversation online where you had, and both sides of the argument were dumb as fuck. By the way, I just want to go ahead and lead this with that. But you had people that were actually saying that, oh, Gunther stole Mercedes Moné music.
Ow.
Uh, first off, so first off, Gunther had the song first. But second off, it don't even fucking matter because this was classical music that was made before anybody currently walking the earth was born. So
Right.
I don't see how anybody stole it from anybody.
There's no copyright on that.
Yeah, public domain says hi, guys. Like the fuck. Next they gonna say Macho Man stole his music from every graduation ever.
Right.
The Ric Flair stole his music. Like what you talking about? So yeah, that was crazy. So now looking at what's left in the tournament, Sheamus is out, as we just learned,
Yeah,
and
he's injured.
so now we have to have a replacement to face LA Knight. Who is it going to be?
I mean, the rumors are still swirling that it could be Edge, but honestly, who fucking knows at this point? It could be
Yeah,
Karrion Cross for all I know.
I
That would
don't,
be. It's not, but that would be fun.
I don't see it being Edge, um, only because the only way that works is if Sheamus isn't actually injured, and this was just planned all along to have somebody drop out the tournament and then have a surprise pop in halfway through.
Right.
But also the possibility of Edge making his return and we get a first match back from him on a Monday Night Raw, kind of out there, especially since they were just in Madison Square Garden. That would be the place to do some shit like that. So
Right.
I don't see that happening. I don't know who the fuck it's gonna be. It's gonna be somebody I would think that's on the roster, but either way, it's gonna have to be a banger. So
I would
I'm not.
love for it to be someone from NXT.
That would be cool.
Maybe this is a way to bring in like a Trick Williams or not even. I know he's still. I know but he just returned back to NXT, but like an Obafemi.
True. I mean, they got people they could use for it for sure. I mean,
Right.
I just think a lot of the predictions that are out there online are a little too far out the pocket.
Why not Trick Williams? We just talked about what happened with him and Miles Bourne. Like he ain't got
True.
shit else to do in NXT or TNA. Like, bro, just come on.
Facts. He was not lying. Um. So at this point, I kind of just want to ask, like, barring whoever the mystery person is going to be, like, who out of what we've seen do you think is going to actually win it? The initial thought was that Gunther was going to be John Cena's last opponent, regardless, before the tournament was even announced. So I'm
Right.
just curious if you think that's still the case, or are we in for a surprise?
He is definitely my favorite to win it. I honestly do not care as long as it's not Jey Uso.
I feel you on that. I don't think it will be. Um, I have a different prediction, and it's kind of a stretch. But I think for some reason, and I hope I'm right. I hope that it's Carmelo Hayes
Yeah, that would be a great way to put him. That he can really be him.
because they finally started with the whole Miz thing. They finally started to push him in a face direction. He's finally starting to get some rapport with the crowd and shit. You know, they getting behind him during matches.
Right.
They just had Cody Rhodes come out and help him out against Bronson Reed the other night, and he picked up the win, kind of an upset. And it
Right.
just made me think like how John Cena's been talking about wanting to give somebody the opportunity that like a Kurt Angle gave him. And when I think about that kind of matchup, when I look at it from that perspective, I see Carmelo Hayes and John Cena as the match.
Speaking of giving out opportunities, John Cena is actually going to be picking the men's and women's Iron Survivor competitors on NXT coming up in the coming episode.
Mm, that's gonna be crazy.
Right.
Gotta see
I
that.
wonder who's going to be in that because I like the Iron Survivor because I was a big fan of the Championship Scramble when they did that back in the early 2010s, and I thought the match concept is dope. So with NXT doing the Iron Survivor, it's the first two have been a hit. So I can't wait for this one this year.
Thanks. And you said the magic word, Survivor, because all of this is leading up to Survivor Series right now, man. And the card is high. I got some gripes.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the War Games matches. We know they're gonna be good. They're gonna be decent at worst. But the undercard for this shit. So we got John Cena is giving Dominic his rematch for the Intercontinental title. I'm here for that. That's
Right.
cool. If nothing else, Dom can take that shit back from John Cena that night in San
Yeah.
Diego.
Because if that's the case, then the winner of the My Time Is Now tournament is going to be the new Intercontinental Champion.
Exactly. And that's kind of, we don't want that because that lets
No.
you know that Cena's losing automatically. Like
Right.
so I feel like this is a good spot and it's in Dom's hometown, so I feel like it's a good spot to give him the title back. We this is where I start like what the fuck are y'all doing? Stephanie Varker is defending the women's world title against Nikki Bella at a major PLE, one of the big four.
Right. I
Jade
mean,
Cargill is not booked,
nope.
and we have a traditional Survivor Series match on fucking SmackDown. Not on Survivor Series at all, but on SmackDown. Make it make sense.
I can't, bro. I wish I could.
So
I just
they have this 5-on-5 match on SmackDown this coming up week where we have Shinsuke, Ray Phoenix, Sami Zayn, and the Motor City Machine Guns against MFT. That should be on the fucking pay-per-view card.
you would think, but I mean, we would think that. Now,
Yeah,
obviously, the people who get paid to think for things like that don't.
yeah. Um. So yeah, that shit's wild. Personally, I would have put the men's war games, the women's war games, put the fucking traditional war games match on the, and at that point you just need a couple matches to go in between all that, like the
Right.
Cena Dom match. You could have put Jade defending her title against somebody, you know what I mean, and something else, and that could have been the whole card. We don't need nothing else. You got like 30 people booked right there, like, but shit, wild. Um, the War Games matches. Now let's speak on this. Let's talk about the women's match first. Um, so the way that they built this up, basically, they put Lash and Nia together, which I'm fucking with that team,
Right.
but it was just random the way they did it. And then they just kind of had put them together with the Kabuki Warriors, and then magically Becky Lynch get pulled into it because of her feud with AJ Lee. So out of this, we get Io Sky, Rhea, AJ Lee, Charlotte, and Alexa Bliss against Lash, Nia, Becky, and the Kabuki Warriors. So like you put like the tag champs, the former tag champs, and a possible future tag champ all in this match.
Right.
And then you have four of the best singles champions in there also from the last like decade. So I'm with it.
I mean, with Io in that match, you know what that means. She's gonna be wearing a trash can.
Yeah, flipping off the top of the cage and that bitch. That's gonna be a
Maybe,
fun one though.
yes. This
I feel
men's
like
one,
the face team has to win in the women's match. I feel like.
yeah. But Lash Legend is gonna show out though.
Oh
If
yeah,
she's gonna do anything like how it was what she did in that battle royal a couple months ago, Lash
yeah,
is gonna handle
100%.
business.
If you look at how the teams are set up, like it's all like vets except for Lash and EO, basically. I mean, in terms of WWE, like it's pretty much set up for Lash and EO to be like the spotlight of this shit,
Right.
as far as like the spots and all that. So that's gonna be something fun to watch. Now the men's Survivor Series match on Monday Night Raw, they went ahead and put together the whole rest of the fucking teams. They didn't spare a single fucking moment.
The look
Um,
on Adam Pierce and Nick Aldis's face when Paul Heyman left them the contract to show them who the fifth member was going to be. Is
mhm.
you motherfucker. That's the expression that you son of a bitch. You gonna pick
Yeah, that
him?
shit was crazy. I mean, he pulled all kind of shit because remember Drew was supposed to be suspended,
Right.
but they told him he could pick anybody on the roster. So you got Drew. Brock shows up on Raw, and then what happens? Doom, doom,
OT.
doom.
Oh,
The OTC
Captain Veneers
returns.
shows up and saves the day.
Roman Reigns returns for the 35th time in the last 5 years. And War Games is put together. Fun fact, Jay Uso is now in his fourth straight War Games match, and he's won the last three in a row.
Well, fuck that nigga.
Yeah. So I don't think he's gonna get the fourth though. I feel like Team Heyman has to win this shit. Like,
Right. You want to talk about dangerous alliance?
yeah. I just don't feel like it does Roman and the face team any justice to win that shit. But it does everything for a Bronson Reed and a Braun Breaker and even a Logan Paul to
Yes.
win this match.
I mean, that team is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar.
Also, um, this is the first time Brock Lesnar has teamed with anybody in almost 20 years in a match. That's another fun fact for you. The last time Brock Lesnar teamed with anybody in a match, it was Shinsuke Nakamura, and that was in Japan in 2006. I looked
I,
it up earlier because I was curious. I was like, has this motherfucker ever teamed with anybody?
you see, he was supposed to team with Cody that one time, but he beat the shit out of Cody before the match
Yeah,
started.
exactly. So it never actually happened. So it's like, yeah, this motherfucker ain't teamed with nobody in WWE ever. Like, so the
Now he's
concept of
stepping into
him,
War Games.
exactly, the concept of him doing it for the first time in War Games is fucking wild.
Just the thought that Brock Lesnar and Braun Breaker are on the same team.
Yeah, that's like testosterone overload on one team. That shit wild. But all right, we talking about Survivor Series, and Survivor Series has become. I mean, it's always been a major event for WWE, but it's become more synonymous with like wild ass moments. Like we've been getting a lot of returns lately. I mean, at one point it was known for like debuts and shit, but tonight we're just gonna talk about all the moments. So tonight's top five that are alive it is going to be our top five Survivor Series moments. Um, I'm gonna kind of take the lead on this one.
Go for it.
Um, I got a few moments that have been pretty crazy, fresh on my mind right now. I want to go with the obvious one from just year before. Randy Orton returns for the War Games match, and then CM Punk returns immediately after it. I was like, that was a big moment because I was like, people, there was the rumors, but I was like, there's no way CM Punk's coming back to WWE, bro. I was like, that shit ain't
Right.
gonna happen. That shit ain't happening. And then the Survivor Series, we thought it was ending. You saw the credits on the screen, and I was like, I told these motherfuckers CM Punk weren't coming back.
Right.
I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's this?
Everybody was so excited for that, except for Seth Rollins.
Yeah, you are not lying.
He was not a happy camper. For me, I'm gonna kick it back to I believe 2003. Uh, Vince McMahon, along with the help of Kane, buried the Undertaker alive,
Mm,
which pretty much ended the whole Big Evil Dead Man Inc. run, and it gave birth to rebirth to bringing back the Dead Man, which led to Kane versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 20. It was all no, it wasn't. It was one of the last Dead or Alive matches. I think they had one more after that, but they haven't had one since. I've always been a big fan of that match. Hope that needs to make a comeback.
yeah, I would. That's something I would like to see. Like, you got to have like a whole pay per view, like designed around some shit like that. Like, I don't know if they ever brought something like a Hollywood Havoc or Halloween Havoc, not necessarily Halloween Havoc, but something spooky theme. You know what I mean? Like a Judgment
Right.
Day or some shit like that. Bring that shit back. Bring back unique pay per view sets and shit like that, and give us a buried alive match. Uh, Another wild moment in Survivor Series history. I think the 2014 Survivor Series, the men's match, the Authority against, I guess we'll call them the Resistance. I'll say the Authority against fucking Dolph Ziggler because he carried that shit.
Yeah, he
Um,
did.
but then we also got the WWE debut of Sting, basically, who is my all-time favorite. So of course it makes my list. But yeah, was
But
not a
Sting,
fan of the moment where he lost to Triple H at fucking WrestleMania.
speaking of Sting, his son actually made his indie debut over the weekend. Oh, wow. Well, I will continue and say that our one of my favorite ones going back to the early '90s was back with the Undertaker again, the debut of the Undertaker. He was brought in. He had Doctor Love, but not Doctor Love, but Brother Love as his manager before he got turned over to Paul Bear. It's like he signed and traded him. I don't know how that worked, but he turned over his services over to Paul. And last but certainly not least, my number five Survivor Series moment, 2012, the debut of the Shield. I mean, we got three of the biggest names in pro wrestling starting this journey out together, and I mean, since from the jump making an impact. So you guys tell us who or what are your Survivor Series moments? And in light of all the circumstances, what's going on, this is where we are going to have to leave the show. And before we get up out of here, in light of the holiday season that is coming up, we want you guys to enjoy all the time with your friends and family. Enjoy that food. When it's time for you and your cousins to take that walk outside, you already know what time it is. Happy, happy, safe holiday. Take care of yourselves. Watch more wrestling. Check us out next time. We out.